Hi everyone, Doug here, and welcome back to yet another board game channel, and yet another couple of turns of Xia, Legends of a Drift System, playing in solo mode with the expansion. Wow, mistakes. So many mistakes last time. I think the first mistake just threw me off, and my all thinking just went out the door. All of the mistakes initially pointed out by either Glenn or Wild Inferno 1984. First big mistake was when I took the ice damage right away at the beginning of the game. I completely forgot to roll my shields to see if I could prevent some of that from afflicting me. Didn't do that. Next thing that I didn't do, right, when I think it was Lunari spawned, I did a blind jump. I could have rolled to see if I could get through the planetary shields. Of course, I might have gotten a bounty if it had gone poorly. But still, if I'd been able to get it through there, I could have stayed on that planet and had the ice just melt away, whether I had a bunch or not. The other ones weren't quite as big, but they were still mistakes. I accidentally used my ability twice during a turn. I forgot to turn it over when I used it the first time, so I really should have only picked up one plasma cube rather than two. Fortunately, they were both the same, so I didn't have to make a choice. Right, next, I unthinkingly, when I used my engine, I went ahead and lowered the energy right away. That shouldn't have happened until the end of the turn. Ended up not mattering because I did end up on a planet. Everything came back anyhow. Next, yes, the Enforcer has missiles, so he should have only stopped. He should have stopped 2 spaces away from the Scoundrel when he attacked him. Not that it mattered, because he failed miserably both times. Anyhow, so yeah, missiles can't be done at one distance attack. You have to be 2 to 5. So, oh, that means he's actually one further away here. The other thing, this is, I'm not sure if it's a mistake or not. The planetary shields are down for a few turns, so I had the Scoundrel just come right at me through Lunari, and I'm not sure if he would do that or not, because the Scoundrel generally avoids lawful planets. However, the shields are down, so would he, like, be a dirty cheater because he's a scoundrel and take the shortcut, or would he be a dirty coward, which it actually states in the rules specifically he is a coward, and have gone around the planet anyway just to be on the safe side. Of course, when he reached here, he still would have come through the shields to try to get to me, because if there's no other way to get to me, he would have still gone, yeah, he would have tried to bash through the shields. Didn't have to, he just moves. So, yeah, I'm going to say he would have actually gone around Lunari just to make sure. He still would have ended up rather close to me. Which means that the Enforcer, when he came after the Scoundrel, would have stopped a space away. So he could have done the missiles again, which just failed miserably. So yeah, we're going to go with that. Another decision I made, I wasn't sure whether or not that first turn that the Power Crisis came out would have counted because it was so close to the end of the turn. But even if that Fame Point had gotten early in the turn and this had come out, yeah, it definitely would have gone through one round at the end of all that. Just because it happened late in the round doesn't mean it doesn't get it at the end of the round. So really this, we're 2 turns into the 3 turns for Power Crisis. I don't know if that's totally correct, but it seems like it to me. Okay, now that we've caught up on all the errors and decision making, we'll get right into it and see where we're going to bring the Vagabond next. Alright, first thing we're going to do is use our engines once. So place that on the engine spot, and we are going to roll a d8. We actually got an 8. Okay. Here's what I'm thinking. We're going to, because going through both of these is just going to be a minor action, let's go ahead and go 1, 2, and we're going to pick up a second mission out of our maximum 3. What have we got? We got Private Eye and 2 shuttles. Private Eye, we need to go to Farron's Call and the Samara Gate, neither of which is on the board yet. The shuttle mission is from TK421 to the Tigris Gate. Tigris Gate is out, and the other shuttle mission, pick up at the Deltas Gate, which we do have, and drop off at Neo Damascus, which we don't. So I think, well, I'm going to go with one of the shuttles because they each have 1 spot on the board. What do we want to do? Let's take the one that we drop off at the Tigris Gate. Either way, we're going to have to wait we're going to have to wait until the second one shows up, so let's just go with this one. Some passengers requested a ride across the system. You don't mind the company, and honestly, you could use the credits. Yes, we could. We have 8,000 credits. So yeah, that was 1, 2. Oops. Let's just slip that back on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and we will pick this up as we pass through, and we get a cyber resource. I'm going to add that to my cargo hold. Again, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 6 of it. I could have bought some spice. No, we'll hold off on that for now because we don't have any place to sell it except Loth, which I don't really want to go to. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Well, it's kind of a waste of some movement. However, yeah, I'm going to stop there, and I'm going to spend 1 energy to scan the next sector. Normally I wouldn't be able to because of the planetary shield, but it's down. So we're going to, that's the T. So what do we have? Blanche. It's an ice asteroid. There we are. There's the T. Yeah, just relocate that a little bit. Right, first things first, we get a token and an ice comet orbits this sector. Here we go, nice little ice comet. We put it on this space, and whenever anybody moves onto its route, we roll a d6 to see where the how far the comet goes. If it lands on your space, well, you're in a lot of trouble because you can't occupy the same space as a great big ice comet. We could also try to, oh yeah, quarry. We could try to get some ember, which is a new resource. It can only be sold at the kiln, which is right next door. And if we ended our turn in there, if we did get ice damage, if we end in the kiln, it counts as being on a planet, so all the ice damage will go away. Okay. Let's do this. I'm going to use engines a second time. I'm going to roll 7. More than I actually required, but that's okay. 1, 2, 3. We are going to stop there, and we are going to try to get some ember. So we're going to roll the d20 on 1 to 10, get the ice damage, and this time I'll remember to roll shields if it happens. And if it's at 11 or more, we get a bit of ember. Oops, stay there. I'm going to roll. Well, at least it's only 1 ice damage. So let's roll. Oh wait, if we roll our shields, we're gonna block 1 because our shields are. Yeah, because our shields are 6. Of course, it's only 1 damage. Do I want to use up? Yes, because it's bad. Ice damage. It spreads. On the other hand, I still have 1... Okay, no, I'm going to have 1 more movement no matter what, because I only have 1 more use space on my engine. So yes, let's do that. Obviously, we block it. Do we try again? Of course. Or do I want to run away? I'll tell you what. We will go again. If I'm successful, great. I can move off somewhere and hopefully get further away from the scoundrel. If I don't, to get ice damage, then we'll go to the kiln anyway, or even back to Kempler 2, because the scoundrel's going to find us anyway. All right, we're going to try again. 7. Awesome. Oh, you know what? That was really, really stupid. Because that shield uses up my last... It's okay. We can make it back to Kempler. Blocked 5. So we're going to take 2 ice damage, which I have an empty spot, and I can put another one on my shields. And then we are going to use Impulse, which lets us move 3 spaces, and geez, I forgot to roll. When I came through here, I forgot to roll for the comet, which, okay, it passed and ended up there. So we're passing through it again. So it moves once more. This time it's going to move 1, 2, 3. There's just rather a lot to keep track of in this game. Yeah, so we're just going to stay there. That concludes any actions we could possibly do. Actually, if I were to go 1, 2, 3 there, I can scan and get another sector out. So let's use 1 more energy, getting us down to 6. So we want just the straight line, the Expedior gate in this orientation. And, okay, no token goes on there. All right. Now we go into the business phase, which means our ice damage melts. We reset energy and our armed tokens. So we're back up to full. We're not really going to do anything else here. Not going to buy or sell or rearrange or get... Nope, that is pretty much that. Which means it is now time for System Expanse. And we put out another tile where we have the most empty edges. Just going to zoom out. Okay, so there are 3 edges here or here. I'm going to do that because it's a little closer to us. So we're going to choose the that hook logo there, and we got our Vortex 86 Nebula back, which is where I wanted to start the whole thing until I realized that I'd done the setup incorrectly. And an exploration token. Right there. So now, unfortunately, the NPCs go. And yes, the scoundrel is first. He's going to attack me. Yes, he is going to move to target. If in range, attack. And then he's going to head off towards the direction of Loth. So he is attacking with his D12 blaster. 6. And we are going to defend with our D6 shield. 2. So we are taking 4 damage, unfortunately. Just deciding where to put it all. So yeah, 1, 2, 3, and 4. Ooh, I forgot to reactivate that. Yeah, not wild about it, but it's what we're going to do for now. I'm just going to have to try to get rid of it at the end of next turn. Right, back to the scoundrel. Okay, and the scoundrel is going to move 6 spaces back towards Loth. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Next up is the Enforcer, who is still going after the outlaw with the highest bounty. That's still the scoundrel. So really, he's only going to move 1 so that he can shoot. Yeah, step 1, move the target. Step 2, if in range, attack. So he's going to attack with his D12 missiles. 4, the scoundrel is going to defend with his D6 shield. 6, the Enforcer just cannot do any damage to the scoundrel. But now we're going to repeat steps 1 and 2. Obviously he's not going to move. Just roll them both at the same time. He finally did some damage. He's done 5 damage to the scoundrel, who we see takes 10 damage before he is destroyed. So we'll just take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and place that on the scoundrel. That is the Enforcer's turn. Now, the Merchant is going to do his thing with nice, lovely shortcuts with no shields around. Yes, he's going to move to the next planet on his list, which is Kempler. He's going to move 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, and makes it no problem. So they're going to get a +2 to their roll at the end. And now he does it again. Right back. So they're going to get a +4 to their roll, which is absolutely terrible. All right, that is it for the NPCs. And now they get that roll. Okay, they don't get any of the other bonuses because nobody got any money, didn't lose any cargo out in space, and they're not behind. But they're still going to get a +4 roll thanks to the merchant. 10, so 14. Which means, oh, okay, that's still only 1 point. I thought it was going to be more than that. So they move up to mostly harmless, while I am still lagging behind as unknown. But as they landed there, we're going to get a new title to try to get. Archaeologists. It belongs in a museum. To claim this title, be the first player to sift 2 relic tokens 1 turn. And choose the fame point reward for both, which I'd be inclined to do at this point anyway. If you get this title, when taking the sift action for relic tokens, oh, you can claim both rewards. You get the fame point and the resources. We might give that a go on our next turn. Right, end of round. So what we are going to place a 3rd damage on the power crisis. Power crisis is over. Planetary shields are back up. So everything on the board will now act a little more normally. Hopefully slow down some of our NPCs. All right, let's do one more turn. All right, I don't want to get too far away from a planet because we need to heal damage. But I don't just want to sit here for the whole turn. So we are going to go explore that nebula and then just skitter back to Kempler 2. So, first use of our engines, which is at a -1, unfortunately, because we do have 1 bit of damage on it. Rolled a 5, so we're going to get to move 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Second bit of movement. Come on, big. We're only going to get to go 3. Yeah, really didn't want that to happen. Okay, so 1. We have to stop because we have entered a nebula, which means we need to roll to see if we lose any energy. We're going to roll a d20. Roll to 12. We get to go through just fine. We needed 11 or better. Well, I was moving what, 3? 1, 2, 3. Let's see if we get a better mission. Arms dealer and smugglers. So we got to pick up either pick up contraband in Smuggler's Den. Ooh, which is out. It's way over on the other side of the board. And delivered to Kempler 2. So, make us an outlaw, but as long as we didn't have too much on us, the enforcer would keep going after the scoundrel. The other smuggler is Burning Horse to Neo Damascus, neither of which is on the board. Arms dealer, we need to buy a blaster outfit and deliver it to the Samara Gate, which is not there. Okay, we're going to take this smuggler for now. A shipment of Mon Mangos needs to be delivered to a diplomat on Kempler 2. These forbidden fruit have been in high demand since the Prohibition. Don't attract attention. Fly casual. So let's see if we can get that done at any point. All right. I'm going to use our third engine. Hope that's a nice big number. If it is, I'll be able to grab that and then scoot back. I have to remember I have impulse, which will move me of 3 no matter what. 7, -6 for -1 for 1 damage, which gives me 6. So 3, 4, 5. Yeah, that'll be fine. 1, 2. Pick that up. Oh, another cyber cube. Gotta find some place to sell that. 5, 6, and then we are going to use impulse power to get us safely in the safely inside the shields of Kempler 2. Now, something we can do. We have acquired 2 exploration tokens, so I could sell them for a couple thousand credits or turn them in for a fame point. I really want a fame point. On the other hand, I've only got 1,000 credits, which I'm about to use up to clear all my damage. I think at this point I probably need the money more. The money will probably make it easier to actually acquire future fame points. So yeah, we're going to turn these in, put this in the discard, and get a couple thousand credits, or 3,000. So that is it for actions, which means we are going to go into the business phase. Alright, business phase, we're going to spend 1,000 credits to get rid of all the damage off a level 1 ship. There we are, we're all healthy again. We reset all of our markers, put our energy back to full, and reactivate our impulse. And that is about all we are going to do. Got a couple thousand credits, but I don't know what I'm actually going to... Yeah, I don't think there's anything I want to do with them right now. Need to get some places to start buying stuff and selling stuff. We need more planets. Alright, well hopefully one will turn up now as we do the system expanse phase. We have still have 2 places where we could put a new sector. I'm going to put it up there as it is a little closer. Let's go with just the arrow. And we get, hey look, Neo Damascus, another planet. Huzzah. That is a relief. It gets an exploration token there. We can sell spices. No, I want to sell cyber. I'd like to do it without becoming an outlaw. Of course, I've got a couple of outlaw quests, missions. So maybe I should just say go for it. Although I probably don't want to do that if I don't have weapons, though. Anyhow, so that means it is now time for the NPCs to go. The scoundrel's going to try to come at me again. This time, he is going to need to bash through the shields to get me. Good. So he moves 6. 4, 5. I mean, if he were to move 6 and just go there, he wouldn't be able to shoot me at all. So I expect he would probably try to bash through the shields there to try to get me. So he's going to roll a d20. Shoop. He rolled a 3, so he takes a damage and doesn't actually get through. So 2, 4. He's down to 4 health, and he didn't get me. Yes, and he does not try to do it again. However, now the Enforcer is going to turn around, move a space, and attack the Scoundrel, and he's going to get to do it twice. He'll roll both attack and shields at the same time again. 5, 3. Okay, he only blocked 2, so there's another 3 damage. 4, 6, 8, 9. If the Enforcer can do even 1 more damage, he will take out the Scoundrel. Oops. But he didn't. Now, the Scoundrel blocked it completely. Oh well. Okay, now the Merchant. We have a new planet, so I'm just going to double check his trade route. So he is currently on Lunari. So he's still going to try to get to Kempler 2 next. Anyway, I think what I'm going to do, just to keep myself straight, I'm just going to put a cube on the next planet that he's supposed to go to. Otherwise I will get so lost. Kempler 2. So he is going to try to move towards Kempler 2. His move of 9. He can't go through the shields anymore. 1, 2, 7, 8. 8, 9. Just a moment. He doesn't reach it, so we repeat. And he's going to go 1, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Darn. He just made it, so they're going to get a +2 on the roll. And, yeah, it's time for that roll. So let's go back to the point track. Okay, so, again, the D20, the only thing that's going to add to their roll is the Merchant's +2 for reaching the cell spot, the Kempler 2, so they get 16 plus 2, 17, 18. Which means they're going to get another 2 points. And we don't have any yet. 1, 2, putting them up to Humble Skipper. But we passed through an event. We're going to get another event card. Martial Law. Enforcer gains ultimate powers. While this card is in play, if the Enforcer NPC is not being used this game, okay, no, he's there. The Enforcer now takes 2 turns in a row instead of 1, and he rolls 1 additional die when attacking. As long as he's not attacking me, I don't care. And this card leaves play if somebody destroys the Enforcer. So the Enforcer's got wicked powers now. But yeah, again, as long as he's ignoring me and only going after the Scoundrel, I don't care. Alright. Hopefully that was 2 error-free turns this time. And I hope the previous errors were not too annoying for viewers. I just sort of imagine people sitting there going, "Ah!" as I do things horribly wrong. But thanks for watching anyway. Thanks for subscribing to the channel and liking the videos both on YouTube and Board Game Geek. It's very much appreciated. And we will see you next time for yet another episode of Xia Legends of a Drift System. See you then.